Hello everyone, this is Namrata. Hope you all are doing good and staying safe. Today we will be discussing another topic in Salesforce called as a dynamic form. Here is our agenda for today's session. We will be discussing what is a dynamic form. We will also understand the advantages of it. How can we enable the dynamic forms? Then we will also understand few limitations of dynamic forms. Then we will get into our end-to-end demo. Now let us try to understand the definition of a dynamic form. Dynamic form is one of the most useful lightning feature provided by the Salesforce. Using the dynamic forms, you can customize the fields and sections of your page based upon your business requirement. So what we can do using the dynamic forms is you can define the layout of the record page that contains certain fields and sections. And you can also show or hide those sections and fields based upon your business criteria. This is something which is not possible using your page layout. So this dynamic forms help us to help our admins and consultants to organize our page or record page in a very systematic way. So we can call this dynamic forms as an upgrade versions of the page layouts. Certain advantages of using the dynamic forms: you can instantly place your fields from the page layout onto your lightning record page. As I was mentioning, you can create the sections, you can make the fields hidden, or you can make the fields visible based upon the criteria. And since we can make use of the accordion section. Using that, what will happen is it will improve the performance load time, and that will improve the performance of your page. You can reduce the number of the page layouts. You can make use of the visibility settings and ensure we can make our fields or components visible based upon the criteria. So these are the advantages of using the dynamic forms. How can we enable the dynamic forms? These dynamic forms can be enabled on any of the custom object. You can open up the lightning record page and upgrade the record detail, which will enable the dynamic form. So we'll be seeing all of this in our demo. Before that, let us try to also understand what are the certain limitations of the dynamic forms. The limitations of dynamic form is it doesn't support the standard object. It will only support the custom object. And on the page layout, we will be making use, will have certain related list, right? So we will have to use the related list only because existing page layout still manage the related list. We cannot do anything related to the related list in the dynamic forms. We can add up to 100 fields per column in the field section component. And the other limitation is it is not supported on the record pages that use pinned region or custom page template. So these are certain limitations of the dynamic forms. Now let us try to get into our demo and understand how can we upgrade our existing record page. So let's open up. So here I have created a custom object called as an SFDC one stop, and I've added a couple of fields to that particular custom object. Now what I have done is I've also went ahead and created a record for the same object, that is SFDC one stop. I filled in some of the information. Now we will try to update or edit the lightning record page. So in order to edit the lightning record page, you have to toggle to the right hand side and go to the gear icon, which is called as a setup. Click on it and you will be able to see the edit page. Let's edit the page. So this is how you can edit the existing lightning record page, and you can also do it via the lightning app builder. So here the SFDC one stop record page has opened. Now when you click on the details section, on the right hand side you can see that you can upgrade the page to the dynamic form. So here what it says, you can configure the record details section and fields right inside the lightning app builder, and you can upgrade to dynamic forms and start putting the individual fields and sections wherever on the page. So here with the lightning with the dynamic forms, it comes with a component called as a field section. Here you see the component as a field section. So you can add the field section, you can create certain sections, whether you want it as a single column, you want as second two columns, you want the component visibility, you can do it using the field section. So now what we'll try to do is let us remove it. Let's go to the upgrade now. So this will upgrade my lightning record page to the dynamic forms. It will ask me to choose the layout. I'm selecting the layout which I already have. So now once you upgrade the dynamic forms, you can see the changes to your lightning record page. What is that change? That record page has now been migrated or upgraded to accordion section. So accordion section will have a details. In that details, you can see the informations, and then also you can see the additional fields. So let us make certain changes to this field section component. Here you see on the left hand side, left column, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 fields, and on the right hand side I have 2. Let us make it even. So I'm trying to move the topics to the right hand side so that the section is even. Both the columns, left column and the right column, are even. And on the additional fields, here we are using 2 columns, right? When I click on this particular section, it shows the system information is using the 2 columns. Now rather than using the 2 columns, I can also make use of a single column. Okay, so I made use of a single column. Now what we will also do is we'll try to set the component visibility. What it is? Component visibility is something, if at all you don't want this specific component to be visible to certain set of criteria, you can do it using the set component visibility. For example, I do not want the system information to be visible to any other profiles. Only the system admin profiles should be, system admin users, profile users should be able to view the system component. So we'll see how to achieve that. So let's click on the add filter component. There are different filter types: record filter, device and advanced. So you can use the record field. However, these are the different fields. I don't want that. If you want, you can use the device. This is a form factor. I do not want, at this moment I'm not making use of it. Let's go to the advanced. Select the field here. Here you see either the device, user. So if you click on user and I select the profile and select the name, click on done. So basically the profiles which is equal to system admin should only be viewing this. No other profile should be viewing this system information. So what I will do is I will update the information as system administrator. Only these users will be able to view the section. Click on save. So here you see it's showing that the filter component is applied and the filter is only visible to system admin. Rest all will not be able to view the filter. You can add a lot of filters, and you can add and or conditions. All filters are true, any filters are true, the draw logic, if you want to say that logic is met, something like that. You can do a lot of things using the set component visibility. Now let's go back to the field section here, and what we'll also do is here on the left hand side on the field section component, you see that we talked about this section, right? And what are these universal required fields? Here it will let me know what and all are the fields are required on the object. So if you on the sfdc one stop object, I have made the title as mandatory and currency is by default required. So it will let me know that these and all are the fields which are required. So whenever you try to update or edit your lightning record page, it will let me know that title is a mandatory field which should always be available on your record detail. Otherwise, you will not be able to save the record. So it will, so that is the usage of universally required fields. And here all the fields will be available on this particular section. And now what we'll try to do is let us try to add the knowledge also. Okay, and you can set the filter for this particular knowledge section. Only certain set of users should be able to view, only system admin should be able to view, or if you have a profile in your organization, you can do that using the set filter set component visibility. I don't want that. Click on save and then activate it. So for now, we will activate this lightning record page to as an assign it as an org default. Okay, then save it for desktop and phone. So now this lightning record page is available, is active for the entire org. Now let's go back to the home page here. Let's, so now we have made use of our dynamic forms. We have created or we have updated our existing lightning record page. Now we will see how our current page, that is current record page, will look like after our modifications. Let's go back. and we'll try to open up a record and we'll verify. You see here, the changes are getting reflected. Here, this is an accordion section, correct? So I've added the fields, information, I've made this columns as even, additional fields. This particular field is only visible to system admin. If I try to log in with other profiles, I will not be able to see that. Then I've also added the knowledge section here, activities. All of this is something which is I have made the modifications, correct? So same way you will be able to see the changes. So whatever the changes you have done on the lightning record page, dynamic forms, the placement of the fields, making the fields visible to certain set of criteria. If you want to make certain fields hidden or make it as read only, all of this is something which you can do it. Let's go back again, click on edit page. Now what I've also wanted to do is whenever I want to create a record, I want to ensure that the topic is required. Okay, so I've given this as topic as required. Click on save. Now when I try to create a record, right, when I go back from the sfdc one stop tab, if I try to create a record, create a record, see here, so nicely it is displayed, right? Very systematically it is organized, the page is organized. Test, test, topics is mandatory. You see here, it is a sales cloud, or I would say all. Click on save. So this is how we can make use of the dynamic forms, and this is one of the most useful or powerful tool which is being provided by the Salesforce. So this is what we have for today's session. Until we come up with our next video session, please do take care of yourself, and if you like our videos, please subscribe and share it with your friends so that you can get notified for our upcoming topics. Thank you all for watching all our videos. Take care. Bye bye. Signing off, Namrata Karyala. Bye bye.